Forging the national economy. The growth of America's population drastically increased in the 19th century. Most of the American people started migrating and settling to the western frontier. Some trails that led the way to the west were Butterfield Overland Trail, Old Spanish Trail, Salt Lake to Los Angeles Trail, California Trail, Oregon Trail, and the Santa Fe Trail.
The American people migrated to the western frontier due to the need for newer soil and more resources.
Irish immigrants who were too poor to move to the west flocked into larger seaboard cities. The influx of Germans settled in the Middle West and established farms. The German 48ers were individuals who wanted rights for immigrants. Nativists who were against the German and Irish immigration to the United States felt this way because that the immigrants would take over their populations, jobs, and government in the United States because of their large number. America was slow to embrace the Industrial Revolution and the factory because land was cheap in America and enabled a more agrarian society. Labor was scarce for the factories to thrive, and early country had difficulties producing goods of high quality and cheap costs to compete with European products. The early development of the factory system was originally invented in Britain with the creation of the sewing machine. Then Samuel Slater memorized the methods and returned to America and duplicated the process that the sewing machine had made. Eli Whitney's system of interchangeable parts, which enabled all parts of muskets to be exactly the same so that if one part broke, you could fix and replace that one part instead of having to get a whole new musket altogether. Early industrialism caused workers to work long hours, have little pay, and work in unsafe and poor conditioned factories, which caused many deaths and accidents among men, women, and children. Nearly 50% of workers in factories were children. The Lowell Mills were textile mills located in Lowell, Massachusetts, that hired young girls. The Lowell Mills were unsafe and many accidents occurred. Many girls were killed or severely hurt because their hair could get caught in the machinery. Girls would also become deaf due to the loud noise of the machinery, and they also suffered lung problems due to the closed environment and fibers and dust floating around in the air. New technologies such as transportation and communication systems impacted American business and agriculture by revolutionizing and simplifying the ways of business and agriculture. Eli Whitney's cotton gin, John Deere's steel plow, and Cyrus McCormick's harvester enabled an easier and more efficient way of the agrarian society. The steamboat by Robert Fulton, which is the Claremont, and Samuel Morse's telegraph enabled a more efficient way of communicating and transportation of materials, which established a better American business society. Other inventions were like Cyrus Field's transatlantic cable, or the invention of clipper ships, which enabled faster trade between America and foreign countries. George Stephenson's invention of the first public railroad enabled a system of railroads to be created, which combined and grew together the country. The Pony Express also helped aid in communication. This enabled a faster mail system and sped up communication over the country. Because of the new methods of transportation and communication, a continental market economy developed. Because materials could now be transported through the Mississippi River by way of steamboat, and materials were being manufactured in the United States, the economy of the United States grew and grew due to the decrease in the purchase of foreign materials. Due to this new economy, a market revolution took place. Instead of farms and workshops, a national network of industry and commerce was created. Many marketplaces were established to sell and purchase goods throughout the country.